click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, SeanzViewEnt, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
The WWE news on this day, at this time, at this hour, on Easter Sunday. Yes, happy Easter to the viewers, the fans, the subscribers. Remember to like, comment, and hype the video, because the WWE news right now is starting to feel different. Because what happened on SmackDown with Pat McAfee might not just be a storyline moment, viewers, fans, and subscribers. It might be something bigger. Something that has now reportedly caused real frustration, real tension, real reaction from behind the scenes in the wrestling world. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we got an explosive backstage report this morning here on SeanzViewEnt that you're going to soon not want to miss. I can assure you of that. And when you hear where this decision came from and all the news and the rumors that are impacting this update, it changes everything from the inside out as it concerns WrestleMania 42, the creative direction, the backstage disruption, TKO, Triple H, and that is just the beginning. That is just the start of a mega episode here on SeanzView Entertainment. Remember, it's so important to become a channel member today to help save and secure the future of me on this very website. Now let's take this step by damn step, because this one, ladies and gentlemen, it's one of those stories that's evolving in real time. And if you enjoy real-time WWE news, wrestling news, and WWE rumors, make sure you subscribe, because these stories like this don't just go away. Now, when you go back, ladies and gentlemen, when you go back and you watch that promo from the Blue Brand of SmackDown, you can feel it. The tone was different. The delivery was sharper, more aggressive, more personal. And then comes that moment where it stops feeling like a performance and it starts feeling just a little too real. Behind the scenes, this kind of moment actually matters, ladies and gentlemen. In the WWE, this is structure. This is control. Usually there's control, but when something like this crosses the line, people start asking questions. Was that planned, or did it go too far? Well, according to PW Insider, this wasn't even a standard creative decision. This came from the top. Ari Emanuel, the CEO of TKO, and someone directly connected to Pat McAfee. The reasoning? Corporate synergy, ESPN connections, exposure, WrestleMania 42 ticket push. So now this isn't just about a promo, viewers, fans, and subscribers. It's about business decisions affecting the product. Now let's be clear. Triple H is still running the creative day-to-day despite rumors and speculation of him being let go or fired. Again, rumor and speculation. But in this situation, the decision came from above, and that changes the entire dynamic of this entire situation. According to Fightful Select, not everyone backstage agreed with what happened on SmackDown, especially the tone of what it was said by Pat McAfee and the direction of that promo on the Blue Brand of SmackDown. Bad heat. Not the kind that builds a story, but the kind that creates instant backlash behind the scenes. And then, later that same night, Cody Rhodes came out on SmackDown and delivered a promo that wasn't even scheduled. He was told to shoot from the hip. Now, if you appreciate this real breakdown, consider becoming a channel member today, because this is where we go deeper into what's really happening behind the scenes in the WWE. We give you more detail. We give you more excitement. We give you more of the exclusive that you are looking for here on SeanzView Entertainment. And while all of this is happening, there's even more chaos behind the scenes, because former WWE star and current TNA star Ash By Elegance dealing with serious medical issues, Tony D'Angelo winning the NXT Championship, and WWE even to black out parts of a match during Stand and Deliver. That's, ladies and gentlemen, not normal. Also, breaking news concerning a massive return, a monumental return to the professional wrestling world, because according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, at this hour and at this time, it would appear as if Alex Riley, after 3 years away, is now teasing a return. Nothing confirmed, but enough to raise questions. And by the way, with today being Easter Sunday, And if you're watching this today, I hope you're having a good one, spending the time with your family, perhaps your friends, but still staying locked into everything that is happening in the WWE right here on SeanzViewEnt, where we upload and unload multiple videos a day around the clock, and we will never stop for the viewers, the fans, and the subscribers. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when you step back and you look at everything together, there's tension, there's pressure, and there's unpredictability. Something is shifting right before our very eyes. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the channel, you can always send the super thanks below by using your credit card. It keeps these daily updates going. So now, viewers, fans, and subscribers, as we always do, we put the show for each and every one of you. Did Pat McAfee go too far? Is TKO ruining WrestleMania? Is TKO destroying the WWE's image, the WWE's bottom line? Or is this exactly what the WWE ultimately wanted? Because one thing is certain, viewers, fans, and subscribers, and most importantly, the channel members, this story is not over, because we're just getting deeper and more natural into the sequence of events. Ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word right here and right now, and an update as we're doing the show. This is your instant update. Vince Russo calls for WWE to wipe out entire creative team after what they did, after what they manipulated, after what they planned. Again, is it just a TKO problem? Is it just a Triple H problem? Or is it a problem with WWE Creative, or is it a problem with all three? That's what I want to hear in the comment section, because it's not just about Vince Russo's sentiments and Vince Russo's comments, even though Vince Russo is one of the most successful writers in the Attitude Era history of the WWE in the late 90s. No. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this could be an issue with TKO most notably, then Triple H, then the creative team that be. Obviously, this is a huge story. This is breaking, and this is developing, and this is an eye-opener, viewers, fans, and subscribers. But, ladies and gentlemen, that simply is not all, because we're not going to just fade, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to up the ante. Ladies and gentlemen, despite rumors that he's losing power, Triple H is still running the day-to-day creative operations for the rest of the show. He reportedly approved the McAfee move after the edict came down from the TKO leadership. While the move has caused a lot of debate online, the decision came from the very top of TKO. According to PW Insider, this wasn't an idea from regular WWE writing team. Instead, it was a direct order from TKO, and officials are shocked. WWE officials are left shocked after Pat McAfee completely went off script on SmackDown. Even though McAfee previously denied he was coming back to the WWE sources say he is now a major part of the leading plan all the way through WrestleMania 42. Now, Fightful Select, in an update, reported that McAfee went completely off script during his promo, and WWE officials were caught off guard by this. This resulted in WWE reacting quickly by making Cody Rhodes send out an apology tweet and coming out later for a promo to address it. Again, Cody's promo wasn't even listed on the show's internal schedule. He was reportedly told to shoot from the hip to address the situation. However, in an update, guys, and again, you might hear a lot of the same things I'm saying this episode, because there is little updates, there are small changes, there are whispers that are going on right now behind the scenes in the WWE, and let's amp this up with the excitement, because we have yet another update during this very episode of The Brash and the Brazen. In an update, Body Slam reported that McAfee went completely off script. However, it was previously noted by Fightful Select that many within WWE weren't fans of the "this place sucks" angle in McAfee's promo. Feeling those types of stories really work in wrestling, some insiders called the online backlash bad heat that the company didn't need right now going into WrestleMania season. Now, viewers, fans, and subscribers, with Pat McAfee shocking fans on the April 3rd edition of SmackDown, attacking undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and revealing himself as the mystery person on the phone with Randy Orton. While the move has caused a lot of debate and a lot of comments online and a lot of criticism, the decision again came from the very top of TKO. And according to PW Insider, in a brand new update, this wasn't an idea. Again, this is breaking news, guys. This is why you can never shut my episode off in the first 6 or 7 minutes, because if you do that, you will miss out on the most notable, the most knowledgeable, the most exclusive, the most elusive, the most unapologetic version of the Brash and the Brazen. Again, in a brand new update as we are filming and doing this video right now and right here, this wasn't an idea from the regular WWE writing team. It wasn't from the creative team, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Also, ladies and gentlemen, former WWE star Chris Masters looks nearly unrecognizable in a new photo that is leaked online. Now, again, viewers, do you think, because this show's about you, we put you guys in the driver's seat, do you think the entire WWE creative team should be fired? Should they be removed? Should it be a brand new creative team in WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. But ladies and gentlemen, here on SeanzView, we dig deeper and we go further. We are also now receiving word. The reason behind Ted DiBiase Jr.'s WrestleMania 42 week tease revealed. Ladies and gentlemen, are we about to see the return of Ted DiBiase Jr. for WrestleMania 42? Is that something you would be interested or invested in? And I know a lot of you were wondering and hoping that it was going to be Ted DiBiase Jr. who was on the other end of that call with Randy Orton. Also, with Cody Rhodes being told to shoot on TKO in an unscripted SmackDown promo, Disco Inferno reacts to Cody Rhodes insulting him on the blue brand of SmackDown on Friday night's USA Network. Also, breaking news as a massive champion was forced to vacate their championship. According to the dirt sheets, the websites, and newsletters on this Easter Sunday, Mercedes Moné vacates her final title after a disagreement. So Mercedes Moné went from all belts to seemingly no belts. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Also, WWE looks like they could be delaying meaningful creative for champion until after WrestleMania 42. That would seem to be the case with one Powerhouse Hobbs. We knew him as that in AEW, but nowadays we know him as Royce Keys in the WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Also, WWE breaking news on WWE management during this very episode. WWE management doesn't see a new main roster call-up as a franchise star, according to those in the know. This is the show. Also, breaking news on undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. As if this wasn't enough, a change is coming for Cody Rhodes after his loss of the WWE Championship, and that is a call for him to be more aggressive, and we saw that on WWE SmackDown on Friday night with that explosive promo that only a Cody Rhodes could deliver, and boy, that just did seem a little bit different, because that's not the kind of Cody Rhodes we are accustomed to. That's not the kind of Cody Rhodes that we are used to. But now, of course, this entire situation with TKO, Triple H, the creative team, SmackDown, Cody Rhodes, the WWE title, WrestleMania 42, Randy Orton has responded in kind with 3 words: for the business. Yes, that was the retort. That was what Randy Orton had to say about this volatile situation that's got everybody and their mother talking about it online. Now, again, say what you want about this with the reveal of Pat McAfee and the unscripted promos and the backstage heat and the circumstances and the controversies. It has got the entire wrestling world talking, good, bad, or indifferent, viewers, fans, and subscribers. Also, ladies and gentlemen, JC Jane suffers a massive wardrobe malfunction at last night's WWE NXT Stand and Deliver 2026. Now, viewers, I want your thoughts, your comments, and your emotions. What do you think was the show of the week? Was it NXT Stand and Deliver? Was it Raw? Was it SmackDown? Or was it AEW? I want to know from you in the comment section. Was it WWE? Was it NXT? Was it AEW? What was the show? Was it TNA? TNA is in there too, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget about TNA Impact Wrestling. What do you think was the show of the week? Or do you want to put them in order? First WWE, first Raw, first SmackDown, then NXT, then AEW. What do you think was the better show of the week? Ladies and gentlemen, the anticipation, the climax, it is a fever pitch. You can cut and you can slice that knife right through the butter, because there is no other but the brash and the brazen, where we are defiant and we will not be detrimental, because we will expose and leak to you the WWE leaks, because that is what we do, and we will never be weak, because we will seek to you the news, the rumors, the headlines, and the judgment. And ladies and gentlemen, there is no judgment here. There is no skeletons in my closet, nothing to hide, just everything to give to the viewers, the fans, and the subscribers of this very show. And at the same time, during all of this melee, through all of this chaos, we now lead you in with our final destination. As Ash By Elegance says, creative freedom in TNA changed everything after her run in WWE. Devon Dudley admits that school shootings fears stop him from having more kids. And Ash By Elegance reveals that Sun was battling cancer the day that the WWE released her. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, in a breaking news development on a massive top champion, a world champion, MJF crashes WrestlePro event and attacks one Pat Buck. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. This is where I am. This is what I do. This is Sean Friggin' View. Plenty more to come. Subscribe, click the bell, and turn on all notifications for hourly updates. The show, the dirt sheet that never sleeps. Subscribe.